Whistler is a famous town located about 90 minutes north of Vancouver, Canada. Most people know Whistler for the ski resort in the winter, but today we'll focus on why Whistler Bike Park and the town of Whistler in general is one of the best places to visit at any point in the year. There are 5 things that make Whistler stand out: the tourist attractions, the atmosphere, the trail quality, trail variety, and the natural beauty. Let's go through why everyone talks about this place and what truly makes a vacation here unforgettable. Starting off, Whistler has so much to do other than mountain biking and skiing, and that's why it's a great family destination for people that may enjoy different activities, because there's something for everyone here. Whistler has endless hiking with views of the glaciers, kids camps and bike camps, as well as stores in the village for shopping, but the 2 activities that truly stand out to me are ziplining and bungee jumping. I rode the Sasquatch zipline that connects Blackcomb and Whistler Mountain, spanning over 2 kilometers with a 90-second ride time. The company ZipTrek offers other zipline tours, but this one is the best for people seeking thrill outside the bike park. The standout attraction for people who want an adrenaline rush is bungee jumping with Whistler Bungee. Not only does Whistler Bungee have some of the nicest staff who truly make you feel safe, but the experience is something unforgettable. Since you have to jump off yourself, it creates such a cool feeling while standing over the edge and an unreal free-falling sensation. The scenery of this bridge is absolutely stunning, and I think every one of you watching should make a stop on the way to Whistler about 20 minutes before town to enjoy this experience. There are many other fun activities for families, like escape rooms, seaplane tours, sightseeing, or anything you can really think of. So if you're reluctant to travel here with a family that's not all mountain bikers, don't worry, you'll have plenty of options. You can still enjoy a family vacation by meeting for lunch or dinner at the endless restaurant options in the village, going to hike before the lifts open, or watching some of the many other summer events like Crankworks. Crankworks is a week-long competition that involves racing, a whip-off contest, and the world-famous slopestyle event called Joyride at the base, all of which are completely free for spectators and offer an experience unlike any other bike park. Whistler isn't just a tourist hotspot. It's a mountain bike mecca with a cult-like following around its legendary bike park. There's a vibe here I can't quite describe. Riders from all over the world treat the mountain almost like sacred ground. The park is packed with unique traditions and energy you won't find anywhere else. One of the most iconic is A-line party trains. If you've never experienced one, it's basically a high-energy chain of riders sending it down A-line together, sharing the stoke and pushing each other to have the best time possible. It's more than just a lap, it's a celebration of the sport. I've got a full breakdown of Whistler Bike Park and everything A-line in a separate video, so check the link below if you want me to dive deeper. Yeah.
That's what I love about this place is you can just like get on the lift and find random people and like, let's do A-line party trains.
I know, hell yeah.
It's like you don't find that anywhere else. It's so cool.
There's a reason Whistler tops so many riders' bucket lists and why it's featured in nearly every major mountain bike video. This place lives and breathes mountain biking. Unlike some resorts that just run bike parks as a side hustle when the snow melts, Whistler takes the sport seriously. The crew here is constantly evolving the park. Whether it's hand tools or heavy machinery, you'll always find builders out on the trails reshaping lines, dialing in features, or even digging brand new trails year after year. The constant progression is a big part of what makes riding here such a next level experience. If the vibe and atmosphere haven't already sold you on Whistler, let me tell you about the trails, because this place has everything. The most impressive part of the park is progression. No matter your skill level, you'll find yourself progressing way faster here than anywhere else. Whistler has a progression matrix that helps you figure out which trails to ride and in what order, from beginner to expert. And here's the thing, even trails rated the same can vary a lot in difficulty. That's why the matrix is super helpful. It gives you a safe, clear path to build skills. Let's start with the greens. You've got a super mellow flow line like Easy Does It. Honestly, it's like riding a downhill fire road. But then there are greens like Del Boca Vista, which pack a surprising amount of spice for a beginner trail. Even as a more advanced rider, I still hit this one because it's just plain fun, and it really shows how fast progression can happen here. Someone might go from barely feeling stable on a bike to confidently riding rollers in small rock gardens just a few days later. That kind of growth isn't just for beginners either, it applies to all skill levels. When it comes to intermediate flow trails, the progression continues. You've got classics like Beeline, where everything is tabletops and rollable. It's the perfect place to dial in your cornering and jumping basics. Then you step it up to something like Seymour, which throws in jumps over 10 feet long and gives you some serious airtime. The same progression exists in Blue Tech. A trail like Ho Chi Minh almost rides like a flow trail. Smooth corners, a few mellow jumps, but then you've got trails like Funshine Rolly Drops or Devil's Club. These demand real focus and solid bike handling skills if you want to ride them comfortably. Now stepping up to the black trails. Cat's Meow is the perfect warm-up for jumping into A-Line, where the jumps get bigger, faster, and way more iconic. What makes it all work so well is the natural progression, from Crank It Up to Seymour to Cat's Meow, then finally A-Line. That smooth learning curve is exactly why so many riders end up hitting way bigger jumps at Whistler than they ever thought possible. On the tech side, it's the same story. Lemon Peel is technically a black, but it rides more like a tough blue, perfect for strong intermediates. Meanwhile, Top of the World, also rated black, is in another league. Sharp corners, exposed rock rolls, and sections where falling just isn't an option means it's a true test of skill and focus. Expert trails at Whistler are where things really start to vary. On the flow side, there are only two double black options, Fade to Black and Upper Dirt Merchant, and honestly, they're hard to compare because they're so different. But it's the tech side where the variation really shows. Whistler actually lists Drop-In Clinic as one of the easier double blacks, and I totally agree. It's mostly manageable just with one intimidating feature, and even that has a clean runout, making it a great entry point into the world of expert tech. Then there's Goat's Gully, which is straight up terrifying. It's steep, filled with tight, sketchy corners, and carved into the side of a mountain. Falling is not an option.
No way. I'm out on that. There we go.
The same concept applies to the prolines too, but I've got a whole separate video linked below on breaking those down. It's this level of progression and variety that puts Whistler in a category all its own. If you start from Top of the World, you can descend over 5,000 feet and hit just about every type of trail imaginable. The final thing with trail variety is that each zone features several unique trails. If I had one word to describe each zone, Fitzsimmons would be everything. It's the heart of the park, packed with jumps, tech, flow, wood features, you name it. Garbanzo would be rock. It's rough, raw, and full of slabs, chutes, and technical madness. And Creekside, that's berms. Big, fast, beautifully built corners that just keep on coming. Every zone brings something a little bit different to the table, and that's what makes riding here feel endless. There's a reason so many pro riders come from this area. They grow up riding and mastering all types of trail. There's not much about trail quality at Whistler that would surprise you, because it's exactly what you'd hope for at the top bike park in the world. What really stands out is how predictable and precise the jump trails are. I've ridden plenty of parks where the jumps are smaller but don't flow. At Whistler, every jump trail feels cohesive. Everything links together with minimal pedaling or braking, and it just works. The builders here also like to get creative. Whether it's cutting a notch into a skinny so your bars fit, or building massive wooden wall rides, there's something new every year. And no matter how wild it looks, it's always rideable and always consistent. On the tech, Whistler has some of the grippiest rock out there, which means you can hit steeper slabs and sketchy rolls with way more confidence than you would anywhere else. Combine that with deep loam in certain zones and wall-marked features, and the whole park becomes this giant safety net for progression. I know riders who won't touch black trails at their local park, but they come to Whistler and ride their first expert or even hit a proline because they trust the trail quality. The trail crew is constantly maintaining and updating everything, even if that means a midday closure. A-Line even has its own built-in watering system to keep the dirt perfect all summer long. Simply put, Whistler's trail quality lives up to the hype, and it's a big part of what makes the whole experience feel next level. The last reason I always recommend Whistler is the charm, and I'm not just talking about the epic views, it's the whole location and natural scenery. When you're dropping in from top of the world, you're surrounded by snow-capped peaks, glaciers in the distance, and rivers that run alongside the trails as you descend. It's absolutely surreal. Garbanzo has its own vibe. Dense forests, dramatic rock cliffs, and this raw, untamed feeling that makes every lap feel like a backcountry adventure. Then there's Creekside, which is honestly stunning. The trail crew here doesn't just build around the landscape, they use it. You'll ride across bridges that span waterfalls and weave through scenery that feels like it's straight out of a movie. It's one of the only places where a high-speed, adrenaline-filled lap can also feel peaceful. That natural beauty just adds another layer to the entire experience. So whether you're here for the jumps, the tech, the views, or just to push your limits, Whistler Bike Park delivers. The progression, the trails, the charm, it's all on another level. If you've ever thought about making the trip, stop thinking and just go. It's not just a bike park, it's the bike park. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment about your favorite Whistler trail, or the one you're most excited to ride. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the mountain.